April Fool's Day is one of the most awaited days in the calendar. We all love playing pranks on family and friends and are always devising newer and better ways of fooling them. But what about the other people we see every day? What about our office colleagues? Why should they feel left out? So, listed below are 10 of the tried, tested and beloved office pranks that are just brilliant. 10 brilliant office pranks for April Fool's Day. 10. Discounted before leaving for the office or at the office itself. We try and find some time to scan through the newspaper and catch up with the current affairs. We might even browse through the free ads to find something we are looking for. By using this, place an ad in the paper about the sale of the boss car, house or anything that would matter to him. In the ad, put the boss phone number, email ID and mention the time to call, say between 700 am and 700 p.m. In this way, everyone at work gets to enjoy the prank. 9. Salty sugar. This is one of the funniest office pranks played. You will need to go into work a bit early for this one. In the break room, a coffee room or whatever it is that your office has, search from the sugar jar and the salt jar. If there is no salt jar, carry some salt on you. Mix some salt into the sugar and place the jar back to its original position. Then just sit back and enjoy the faces your fellow colleagues make when they taste a salty coffee. If all that seems too tiresome, just switch the labels or write some extremely confusing words on the jars. Coffee is a wonderful beverage around the workplace. It helps to calm nerves and keeps employees active throughout the day. But what would happen if the regular coffee was switched with decaf for the first half of the day and with espresso for the second half of the working day? Now, as we all know, decaf is coffee that has lower amounts of caffeine in it. Caffeine makes the body and mind alert and active, which are needed at the start of a day. The decaf has no effect during the entire first half of the day and then change over to espresso. Espresso is a highly concentrated coffee that contains immensely large quantities of caffeine. Espresso is perfect for mornings and definitely not for evenings. 7. I resign. Another great prank in the eyes of the pranker. Take a look around the office and you have to come across at least 2 excellent workers that outshine everyone else in the office. This is perfect to do as they will least expect it. Write and print copies of the star students' resignations. Place these letters on the table of the boss before he comes in. In the letter, give the reason as to why the employee chooses to leave, as I won $2 million so I don't need to work. If you have time, place some of the letters around the office so that more people can have a look and laugh as well. 6. Caught red-handed in the washroom of your office. You might notice more than one jar of liquid soap lying around. Use one of these containers and pour some food coloring into it. Mix it up and just let it be. Watch as to how people come in clean and get dirtier while washing their hands. Be careful not to use excess coloring because everything will be ruined just for a practical joke. This prank gets better when green food coloring is used. The unassuming victim comes out looking like Hulk and they will probably be just as mad. Be careful though, because Hulk smash. We have all used prank calls as a medium for fun and entertainment, but this simple prank makes it a little better. All you need to do is use a bit of see-through tape and stick down the phone button. Place the phone back and wait for someone to call. When the phone rings, no matter how many times you pick up, the phone will ring continuously. The pranked person will hang up and pick up again thinking that would work. You can sit and enjoy this prank from a distance and watch as the telephone drives your colleagues mad. 4. Did you hear? One of the fastest ways to get news across is gossip. Whether it is at home or at work, gossip seems to get around no matter what promises were made. This prank uses these gossip mongers as a brilliant tool. All you need to do is tell the office gossip anything about the person being pranked. Make sure it is not the truth, if not the prank could get a bit ugly. Try to spread a rumor like the colleague is dating the boss, so that they are involved with a mafia drug lord. Something juicy enough to lead to a story but not too serious that they might lose the job. 3. Nothing is working. Don't you just hate walking into work and seeing that the elevator is not working or that the toilets are out of service? For this prank, you'll need to have a very close relationship with the cleaning staff. Close enough that they would lend their equipment for a day. Use the out-of-order signs on the elevators and in front of the restrooms, and then just watch the frustration on the faces of the employees. This prank works even better if anyone really needs to visit the toilet and is running around looking for a working one. 2. I can't hear you. Telephone pranks are always good when it comes to office jokes. This is yet another brilliantly thought out one. Take some clear tape and stick it on the earpiece side of a telephone. When a call comes in and the victim answers, they don't hear anything even though the caller is speaking clearly. The person answering finally gets tired and hangs up. This is a really good trick to play on an employee who uses the telephone a lot for personal calls and spends most of their time talking instead of working. 1. Calling all animals. Ending up on the top of this list means this prank is really something else. The prank itself has been one of the most loved ones in and around the workplace. If you have a receptionist that you feel does nothing more than taking a few calls a day and checking her Facebook page, this prank is definitely for you. First, you need to give the receptionist a few numbers and names and tell them it's a list of clients. Next, you need to give them the numbers of a few zoos. Lastly, you need to make up some hilarious names like Mrs. Elephant, Mr. Giraffe or Mr. Lion Cub. Stand around when the calls are being made and watch the expression on the face. If you can capture it on camera, it will be priceless.